This week on Granite State Challenge, the Giants of Bishop Brady High School face off against the Patriots of Profile High School. Only one team will advance. Granite State Challenge starts now.
Major funding for the production of Granite State Challenge is provided by Unitil. Additional funding provided by Safety Insurance, NEA New Hampshire, and viewers like you. Thank you. Get ready. It's time for New Hampshire high schools to match wits in a high-stakes scholastic showdown. It's time for Granite State Challenge. Here's your host, John Cannon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Granite State Challenge. If you've been tuning in, you know we're still early in our 44th season, knocking out some first-round games. Two teams have already punched their ticket to the next round, and one of these two teams is hoping to join them. Let's introduce them to you. First up, we have the team from Bishop Brady High School.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a senior.
I'm Andrew. I'm a junior.
I'm Joseph. I'm a senior.
I'm James. I'm a senior.
Their alternates are David and Henry, and the team is coached by history teacher Anna Schaffer, and that is the team from Bishop Brady High School. And facing off against them this week is the team from Profile High School.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Moses. I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Wyatt, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Marcus, and I'm a senior.
Their alternates are Henry and Raiden, and the team is coached by school counselor Jill Brewer and social studies teacher Paul Savard. And that's the team from Profile High School. Those are our teams this week, but we do have one more introduction for you, and that is, of course, our judge on the ANCAM, Ann Belanger. All right, teams, introductions are out of the way. Go ahead and grab those signaling devices and get ready to play some Granite State Challenge. We're going to start in round one with some 10-point toss-up questions. So, Bishop Brady, Profile, good luck. Here we go. This artist released the album 25 in 2015, which featured the songs Rolling in the Deep and Hello. Moses, of Profile.
Adele.
Yes. In an 1850 speech, abolitionist and Unitarian minister Theodore Parker spoke of a, quote, government of all the people, by all the people, for all the people. However, the version most people remember, government of the people, by the people, for the people, appears in this speech by Abraham Lincoln. Maddie of Profile?
The Gettysburg Address.
That's right. Serving from 27 BC until his death in AD 14, this man was the first emperor of Rome and is remembered for ushering in the Pax Romana, a long period of peace and prosperity in the empire. Marcus of Profile.
Augustus Caesar?
Yes. This jelly-like substance inside a cell is made of mostly salt and water and surrounds the nucleus and organelles. Moses of Profile.
Cytoplasm.
That is right. This could be a clause that can't stand alone, or a child that a parent can claim as a deduction on their tax return. Maddie of Profile.
A dependent?
Yes. Claiming that no court had jurisdiction over a monarch and that his authority to rule was God-given, this English king was beheaded in 1649 for treason. Maddie of Profile.
Charles I.
It is Charles I. In a vacuum, this travels at 186,282 miles per second. Alex of Bishop Brady.
Light.
That's right. All right, teams, a little math question for you. At 2,722 feet tall, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai is the tallest building in the world. 2,722 feet is 82 feet more than half a mile in length. How many feet are in a mile? Moses of Profile.
5760.
Sorry, no. Brady? Joseph?
5,280.
5,280 is right. This queen of France, who critics refer to as Madame Deficit, was executed in 1793. Maddie of Profile?
Marie Antoinette.
Correct. All right, teams, it is time for our semi-quincentennial question, a 25-point toss-up question to celebrate America's 250th birthday, coming to you on your monitors. Take a look.
Hello, I'm author and teacher John Herman, and I've got a question for you. Although a committee of 5 was assigned by the Continental Congress to write a Declaration of Independence from Great Britain, this man was the primary author.
Wide of profile.
Thomas Jefferson.
He was, and thank you, John Herman. Who led the Salt March in India as part of the non-violent resistance against British rule? Wide of profile.
Gandhi.
Which Gandhi?
Mohammed? No. I don't know his first name, sorry.
Okay, no problem. Bishop Brady. Joseph?
Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi is the one. Next up is our Unitil Power question. This is a 20-point toss-up question, also coming to you on your monitors. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Amanda Vicinanzo with Unitil, and here is your power question. In 1942, civil rights activist Bayard Rustin urged people to speak this to power.
Marcus of profile.
Truth.
Truth to power is right. This athlete was fond of saying that he was the greatest and that he floated like a butterfly and stung like a bee. Joseph of Bishop Brady.
Muhammad Ali.
Correct. Take a look at your monitors for this next question, teams. This Venezuelan statesman and military officer led the movement to liberate Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru, Panama, and Bolivia from the Spanish Empire. Moses of profile.
Ms. Bolivar.
Yes, Simon Bolivar is right. In 1722, the Tuscarora Nation joined this indigenous confederacy based in northeastern North America, made up of the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Seneca nations. Wide of profile.
The Iroquois Confederacy.
Correct. In Shakespeare's play Romeo and Juliet, a servant says, "Good thou, save me a piece of marchpane." Marchpane is an early form of marzipan, a sweet confection made with sugar, egg whites, and these nuts. Moses of profile.
Almonds.
Yes. You can count on this rapper for hit songs like Get Rich or Die Tryin' and In Da Club. Alex of Bishop Brady.
50 Cent.
That's right. Monotremes are egg-laying mammals, including the duck-billed platypus and 4 species of echidnas, also known as spiny anteaters. They are only found on New Guinea and Australia. New Guinea is an island shared by 2 nations, Papua New Guinea and this country. Andrew of Bishop Brady.
Indonesia.
Correct. Teams, what is the formula for calculating the area of a circle? Joseph of Bishop Brady.
Pi r squared.
That's right. What is the probability of getting a 4 when rolling a single die? James of Bishop Brady.
1/6.
Yes, right. If you want to quickly and expeditiously modify a verb, you should use this part of speech. Maddie of profile?
An adverb.
Adverb is right, yes. And now, another video question for you coming from last year's Granite State Challenge champions, Merrimack High School.
Hi, I'm Erin, and we are the 2025 Granite State Challenge champions from Merrimack, and we have a question for you. The 1914 assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of the Austro-Hungarian Empire is considered to be the event that precipitated this war.
Moses of profile.
World War I.
As World War I is right. And that sound ends the round, and a tight match, but profile out to a lead by a score of 165-80. Great start, teams. We're going to take a break in the action right now and get to know you guys a little bit better. And we're going to start with a team from Bishop Brady High School. Bishop Brady High School is located in Concord, New Hampshire. It's got an enrollment of 225 students. And of that number, this team will start down here with James. Now, James, you are one of how many children in your family?
I am one of 4 siblings.
So you have 4 siblings, or you are one of 4 siblings?
I have 4 siblings. I'm one of 5.
Okay, gosh, I hope you didn't forget any of them.
Yeah.
Where are you in the birth order?
I am number 4 or 5.
Okay, number 4 or 5. Your older siblings treat you okay?
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Yeah?
Most of the time, at least.
Tight family with a family of 5 kids?
Yep, definitely.
Fantastic. Excellent. All right. Joining him is Joey. Joey is a world traveler, been to a number of countries. How many countries?
So I've been to 9, but 10 including the U.S.
10 including the U.S. And different parts of the world? Like what continents are we talking?
So we're talking Europe and mostly North America.
Okay, all right. And of those places, do you have a favorite that you've been to? Place you want to go back to?
My favorite is probably Jamaica. It's a very nice country. Very warm. We were able to even do we were able to swim with dolphins and
Fantastic.
other aquatic life. So that was
Yeah,
really cool.
nice. Excellent. Well, keep on traveling. All right. All right. Speaking of families, we talked to James about his family, and we'll talk a little bit with Andrew about his family. Not the first member of your family to compete on Granite State Challenge.
Nope. My dad did it in 1995.
Okay, all the way back in 1995 was on the team. So is he the reason that you're on this team now?
No, I actually didn't know until I told him I was doing it. And he was like, oh, I did it too.
So you guys put together a team and you tell Dad and he's like, oh yeah, I did that back in the day. Yeah, with Jim Janot, our former host. Love Jim. Fantastic. All right, and leading the team is Alex. You got a number of pins on your lapel. I see some of those are for sports, but one of those sport you're really quite good in.
Yeah.
Yeah. How good are you at golf?
I am a 5.3 handicap.
Okay, a 5.3 handicap. So in case folks at home don't know what that means, what does that mean?
A handicap is basically the average number of strokes you would be needed to be given in order to shoot par on a course.
Gotcha. And so a typical 18-hole course, we're talking par like around
72.
72. So someone who barely breaks 100 is very far from a 5.3 handicap. All right, excellent. We'll keep up the good work. You're going to continue to play golf?
You betcha.
Lifelong sport, right? All right, that is Alex, and that is the team from Bishop Brady High School. All right, their opponents this week are the Patriots of Profile High School, located in Bethlehem, New Hampshire, but serving 4 total towns up in Grafton County and about 145 students at Profile High School. We'll start down here at the end with Marcus, who I've just learned does a fairly well-known impression.
Yeah?
Of whom?
People tell me I do a pretty good job imitating Donald Trump.
Okay, so President Trump impression. Yes. All right, so when did you discover that you were good at this impression?
Oh, well, no, that's a good question. I think I might have done some in elementary school.
Okay.
And, second term, I'm in high school. I do it some more.
All right, fair enough. Any other impressions?
No, my brother does RFK Jr.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll stick to the Trump impression for now, and maybe we'll hear that next time. All right, Wyatt, joining him, has a number of pets, including... What do we have for pets? We've got
a border collie,
a border collie,
and a rabbit.
2 cats, and a rabbit. Okay. Do you have a favorite among those pets that you're willing to admit?
My dog.
Your dog. What's your dog's name?
JD.
JD. Okay, and it's a border collie.
Border collie.
You said, how old is JD now?
He is 5 years old.
5 years old. Oh, fantastic. And the cats, they older, they younger, they've been around?
They are around 2 years old.
Okay, so fairly young. Yeah. And a rabbit.
I know.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I had rabbits growing up, so I feel your pain, my friends. All right? Moses is joining and knowledgeable, but also languages. How many languages do you speak? Or are you learning to speak?
I guess 5 including English.
5 including English, and they are?
The French, Italian, Russian, and a little German.
Okay, French, Italian, Russian, a little German, and English. Okay, so is this a school thing? Is this just something you're doing on the side because you like it?
Well, it's something I've been doing for years, but I learned French in school, and I figured I might as well branch out and learn about some other cultures.
Do you have a favorite among those other ones?
Definitely Italian.
Definitely Italian. You've been to Italy?
I have been to Italy. I went to Rome a couple years ago.
Oh, fantastic. Excellent. So you got to practice it and use it in the motherland.
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, keep it up. And lastly, also, speaking of traveling in places in Europe, you've got a big trip coming up. Maddie, where are you going?
I'm heading to England this summer.
Okay, why are you going to England? Is it a family trip or?
So my dad and his family are from England, and they moved here when he was a kid, and we haven't been as a family since me and my little sister have existed. So we're going to Alaska Raw.
You're going to meet the whole family
yeah.
before graduation. Excellent. Anything you're really looking forward to besides family on the trip?
I'm really excited to go to Stonehenge. I've been fascinated with it since I was a little kid. I'm just excited to see it in person.
It is pretty fascinating. I don't blame you. Safe travels on your trip, and that is the team from Profile High School. All right, teams, thanks for taking that break with me. We're going to get right back into the game in round 2. And round 2 is our 3 strikes and you're out round. And the way this round works is each team gets 10 questions and we go down the line player by player. Each question is worth 10 points if you get it correct. And we'll keep going until all 10 questions are asked until 3 strikes and you're out. Each team has 3 passes that you can use to pass to the teammate next to you if you don't know the answer. And just as a reminder that there's a little bit of a clue to the next question in each question, okay? So, Alex, As the first alphabetical team, we'll start with you, and here is your question. This Broadway musical features the song Defying Gravity.
Pass.
Pass.
Wicked.
Pass. Wicked is correct, Joseph. So, James, you take the next question. In the film Wicked, this singer and actress plays Glinda.
Pass.
All right,
Ariana
your
Grande.
third pass. Alex, it is
Ariana Grande.
correct. Andrew, Grand Canyon National Park was founded on February 26, 1919 in this state.
Arizona.
Correct. Joseph, this Arizona senator was the Republican candidate for president in 2008 and was known as the Maverick.
Mitt Romney.
It is John McCain. James, John McCain was a prisoner of war 5.5 years from 1967 through 1973 during this war.
What is the Vietnam War?
The Vietnam War is right. Alex, back to you. This comedian played Armed Forces Radio Service DJ Adrian Cronauer in the 1987 movie Good Morning Vietnam. A few years later, in 1992, he voiced the genie in Aladdin.
I don't know.
It is Robin Williams. Andrew, 17th century Puritan minister Roger Williams was kicked out of Massachusetts and founded this colony and future state.
Connecticut.
Close, it is Rhode Island, but that is your third strike and ends your round. All right, Maddie, we turn to you and profile, same drill, right down the line. Maddie, this is your question. The Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the United States, was made during the administration of this president.
Thomas Jefferson.
Correct. Moses. George Jefferson was a character on the series All in the Family and The Jeffersons. Both series were created by this man who also produced the series Sanford and Son, One Day at a Time, and Good Times. It was Norman Lear. Wyatt. King Lear, which tells the story of a king and his 3 daughters, was written by this playwright.
I'm going to say Shakespeare.
You are correct. Marcus. In the Academy Award-winning movie Shakespeare in Love, Ralph Fiennes plays Shakespeare. Gwyneth Paltrow played Viola de Lesseps, and Dame Judi Dench played this queen.
I'm going to pass.
Pass to Maddie.
Elizabeth I.
Correct. Moses. Queen Elizabeth I had no children. She was succeeded by this Scottish king, ending the Tudor era and starting the reign of the Stuarts.
Go with King Charles.
Sorry, it was James I. Wyatt. Jamestown, Virginia, was burned in 1676 during this colonial rebellion against colonial governor William Berkeley over his refusal to drive indigenous people out of the colony.
I'm going to say the Bacon Rebellion.
Correct. Marcus. Kevin Bacon played a newcomer to a conservative small town that banned dancing in this 1984 movie.
Footloose.
Correct. Maddie. The blue-footed booby is found in tropical and subtropical regions of this ocean.
The Pacific Ocean.
Correct. Moses, Pacific, Park, Baltic, and Mediterranean are all avenues found in the game Monopoly and are all based on streets in this city.
Pass.
Pass to Wyatt.
I'm going to say New York City.
It is Atlantic City. And that is your third strike and ends the round. All right, teams, that's round 2 is in the books. We're going to roll into round 3, our 60-second rounds. I'd like to invite the alternates to come on up and join their teams at the podiums. In our 60-second round, each team gets 10 questions in a category. You can talk together, work together as a team. We'll give you 10 points for each correct response and a bonus of 10 if you get them all correct. And Bishop Brady, as the team trailing, we'll start with you. Alex, you can talk to your team and choose from these 3 categories. Who are you? This Little Piggy, and Checkered Past.
Who are you?
Who are you? Okay, so the answers to the following will all include the sound who or the word who? So again, Alex, you could talk to your team. I will take your answer as the team answer. 60 seconds, start the clock. This BBC series features a Time Lord from Gallifrey.
Doctor Who?
Correct. This British rock band created the rock musical Tommy.
Skip?
It is The Who. The Grinch tried to take Christmas away from this town.
Whoville.
Yes. This magician and escape artist tragically died during one of his tricks.
Houdini?
Yes. The title character in this 1988 movie was set up for murder by Judge Doom.
Skip.
It was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The Baha Men asked this vital question in this song.
Who am I?
They asked who let the dogs out. Darius Rucker is the lead singer in this rock band with a fishy name.
Houdini the Blowfish.
Houdini the Blowfish?
Correct. Woodsy the Owl asks you to do this and not pollute in an ad council campaign.
Hoot.
He asked you to give a hoot, so think about that, Judge. This is an informal gathering featuring bands playing folk and country music. Oop. Ran out of time for that one. It is a hootenanny, and as we add them up, Judge Ann says 5 out of 10 on your 60-second round. Good job, Bishop Brady. We turn to profile. Maddie, you could talk to your team and choose from This Little Piggy and Checkered Past.
Sure. Why not?
Oh, that's a piggy.
This little piggy.
This Little Piggy. All right. For this category, identify the following famous pigs. All right. So, 60 seconds. Again, Maddie, I'll take your team or your answer as the team answer. 60 second starts the clock. His girlfriend is Petunia.
Go with that.
Porky Pig.
Correct. He hangs out with Timon in The Lion King.
Pumbaa.
Correct. He is befriended by a spider in the novel Charlotte's Web.
Wilbur.
Yes. He liked to herd sheep in a 1995 movie.
Babe.
Yes. She speaks horrible French and crushes on Kermit the Frog.
Miss Piggy.
Yes. She is a fictional pig created by author and illustrator Ian Falconer.
Go with Piglet.
Piglet.
Sorry, no, it's Olivia. She is the star of this animated series that launched in 2004.
Peppa the Pig.
Yes. He is a tyrannical dictator in George Orwell's novel Animal
Napoleon.
Farm.
Napoleon.
Yes. He is friends with Pooh in the 100 Acre Woods.
Piglet.
Yes. They eventually thwarted a wolf with strong building materials.
The Three Little Pigs.
That is correct. Felt like a strong round? 9 out of 10 on your 60-second round. Thank you, alternates. You can go ahead and take your seats as we prepare for round 4. All right, teams, in round 4, we're going to pick back up with our toss-up questions, but we're going to do 2 things. We're going to double the point value to 20 points, and we'll be deducting 20 points for incorrect responses. So a lot can change in round 4, Bishop Brady and Profile. Good luck. Here we go. This attack on December 7th, 1941, led to the United States entering World War II. Andrew of Bishop Brady.
Pearl Harbor.
Yes. Derived from the red stigmas of the Crocus sativus flower, this is the most expensive spice in the world. It sells for $200 to $1,000 per ounce, depending on quality. Maddie of Profile.
Saffron.
That is right. This ancient Greek philosopher taught Plato and was a character in the 1989 movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Marcus of Profile.
Socrates.
Yes. The Berlin Wall fell in this year, the same year that the Exxon Valdez spilled 240,000 barrels of oil in Alaska's Prince William Sound. The Chinese government declared martial law following the Tiananmen Square protests, and Daniel Radcliffe, Keira Knightley, and Taylor Swift were born. Maddie of Profile.
1989.
Yes. All right, teams, our next question is coming to you on your monitors from New Hampshire's newly inaugurated Kid Governor. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Liv Kreutzer, the New Hampshire's 2026 Kid Governor, and I have a question for you. The Public Health Cigarette Smoking Act, banning cigarette advertising on radio and TV and placing health warnings on tobacco products, was signed into law in 1970 by this president.
Marcus of Profile.
Richard Nixon.
Correct. This musical period included composers like Chopin, Liszt, and Tchaikovsky. Maddie of Profile.
The classical period.
Sorry, no. Bishop Brady. They were from the Romantic period. This word, which means the misuse of a word, was taken from the character Mrs. Malaprop from Richard Sheridan's 1775 play The Rivals, who famously said, quote, "He is the very pineapple of politeness," and, quote, "She's as headstrong as an allegory on the banks of the Nile." That's why we call them malapropisms. Teams, what does MC stand for in rap culture? Joseph of Bishop Brady?
Master of Ceremonies.
Master of Ceremonies is right, and sorry, not quite enough to overcome the lead that Profile built, as Profile will be moving on to the next round. Congratulations, Profile. Great win. Bishop Brady, tough loss, but we had fun having you guys here. You're looking sharp. I think everyone at home respects that quite a bit. We hope you had fun. And we hope you had fun as well with us this week on Granite State Challenge. That'll do it for us this week. We hope you tune in next week for the match between Conval and Merrimack. And so, as we say goodbye, I like to say, I learned something, and I hope you did as well. We'll see you next time.
Major funding for the production of Granite State Challenge is provided by Unitil. Additional funding provided by Safety Insurance, NEA New Hampshire, and viewers like you. Thank you.